Just a few seconds, we will start the broadcasting on YouTube and LinkedIn. Hi there, welcome and take your seat. So I think we can start. So, hi everyone and welcome. I am Inloco ambassador of Inloco Gallery in Metaverse and in Dubai. And it's pleasure to have you all with us today in this virtual artist talk on Spatial, where we are continuing our mission to spotlight bold and culturally driven creators from around the world. Today, I am thrilled to be joined by IRA X LAB and the partner.
Oh God, what is
And
that flower mouse?
so, and creative force whose work at the intersection of immersive technologies and cultural storytelling is redefining how we experience digital space, especially uh, here. So we've got an exciting conversation ahead, so let's dive in. So, Ira, could you start by introducing yourself, your partner, and your creative journey? So, where you're originally from, where you currently based, and what led you into immersive technologies?
Well, first of all, I wanted to say I'm very excited to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me for this talk. I hope I can help or add some value here today from my experiences here in Spatial and beyond. And of course, thank you, my friends. Thank you, my friends who are here or listening on YouTube for always supporting me. I love you. Hi, my name is Ira, and I am the founder of IRA X LAB, a small design studio I run with my creative partner, 90 Ghost. We are a digital studio focusing on metaverse. We've been building in Spatial since 2022. We are creating 3D worlds, avatars, and immersive experiences with Spatial as our main platform. I was born in Moscow, Russia, and spent part of my childhood on a closed military base near the Chinese border. It was a very peaceful and a great environment for me to observe silence and observation, and it gave me a lot actually. In the 1990s, I moved to the US and worked in fashion and modeling, living between Miami and New York. I also launched my own clothing line and traveled to places like India and Thailand to produce my collections. That experience taught me a lot about beauty, energy, and how to create things that feel personal and real. So when the pandemic happened, I started exploring digital tools. First, I created my first NFT collection, not to sell it, but to learn about this technology and learning how to create my own contracts and how it all works. And when with the platforms like Spatial, I entered Spatial because I was on Instagram and I was listening to this live session, Spatial live session, and I heard that they've got the legs working on Spatial, and I got very excited and I jumped in. And since then, I I stayed here up to this day, and I enjoy every day. So that's where I found the whole new way to express my vision and with this 3D reality, and I see a lot of potential in this 3D reality. I just see it's growing and it's going in its own direction, and we're moving with it. So that's why I'm here.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. We are really pleased to have conversation with you today. And do you want to show the video that we prepared for your presentation?
Yes, sure. The first video is this video is about opening of our second game, IRA 02, and that was a big moment for us, and I'm very proud of it and would like to show it, of course.
Yeah, let's make it bigger. And second. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I hope that's a good view. Yeah. Hi, Thorian Labs, welcome. Yeah, so then let's start watching. Let's watch the video. Wow, thank you. It's a good one. So yeah, yoga in the desert. Why desert? We can see if you go to your portfolio, we can see there are some elements of some culture related to desert, camels, carpets, etc. So why you chose these elements, and why it's kind of signature of yours?
Well, that is an interesting question. So one of the projects that we created here, two main projects that we created here in Spatial was IRA 01 and IRA 02. And those projects, this whole project is based on the I Ching system. And I Ching system is the Chinese system. It's based on the hexagrams, 64 hexagrams. And so when we had this option to create games in Spatial, we had to act fast because Spatial asked us, would you like to deliver the game, some kind of sort of quest? And we agreed, of course. And we had to create like this first game really, really fast. I think it took us like half a month to make it, to come with the concept and to bring it into Spatial working perfectly. So the first one was IRA 01 that was based on the hexagram number 1. And hexagram number 1 is a masculine energy. It's the fire. It's based on fire and the creative spark. So we made this game where you go and you find and collect 6 hidden fires in space, and then you go to the throne and activate the throne, and the entire space around will light up in fire. So it was all about like those visuals, emotion, mystery, and presence. And so over 40,000 people visited within the first few months. And it truly became like the community moment in Spatial. And so after that, we got going with the Idol 02. That was the Unity quest. So Unity is all about the feminine energy, and that's the hexagram 2. Masculine is the fire, feminine is the water, and so we base the second place on a feminine, where it's more peaceful, where that's where the yoga comes, it's alignment, and that version introduced those yoga areas, peaceful sound designs, and pet attachments where you can run around. There is a water quest. So it's a calmer environment, but still designed to guide the player through like a symbolic and emotional journey. That's why those are the 2 games we released so far out of 64. And we have like a huge still moment to go through.
Yeah. Okay. So, and what about the wings? Does it symbolize something? Because it's also kind of your signature.
The wings is a big part for me personally, since I always focus on positive message. I kind of see myself as a messenger. I see myself as just hovering over the space and overlooking the space and seeing what's working, what's not, just to kind of hold this inside of me, the intention of peace, intention of uh, kind of peaceful environment within being a chaos. Sometimes it's not so peaceful, sometimes it's a chaos here, and you still want to keep it peaceful. So these wings, those are the reminders of just hovering over and holding that light and the space.
Okay. Yeah, I see. Yeah, you're right. That's not really peaceful nowadays in the world. So, and what's the mission behind your brand? And so, do you mostly work for local communities or global audiences or institutions? And also, I'd like to note that many virtual worlds aim to be for global audience. They are globalized, neutral feel. And do you think this trend risks erasing cultural specificity, or can culture still thrive within these platforms?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for 2 questions in one, but I think they're connected.
Okay, so the mission, right? Okay, so the mission at IRA X LAB is to, so we focus on to create intentional, high quality digital spaces. We want those spaces to be alive and inspiring, spaces that help people to connect, express, and build beautiful experiences in the metaverse. So after a few years of building and experimenting in Spatial, we understood that creating great experiences here requires like real expertise. Once we became like confident in our process, from design to optimization, we felt the need to help others achieve the same. So many of our clients are spatial-based creators, brands and community leaders who want to bring their vision to life but still needs support to make it truly functional. Uh, we often build like brick by brick, so it's from the beginning, from ground, tailoring every detail, and always aim to deliver more than expected. And I always ask my client, did you expect this? And the response is usually, we got more than imagined. So that's exactly the goal. Our approach focuses on clarity, detail, and smart design. We remove overcomplicated ideas that can make a space feel heavy or frustrating, because I believe that
Mhm.
it's simple is always like winning. We care deeply about mood, balance, and quality. Usually, our client already have like a clear vision, and they come to us because they know we will deliver it with style, functionality, and integrity. We're not following trends. We're building from our experiences, from years of design, storytelling, and visual thinking. We want the spaces to be remembered and like have a good
Mhm.
feeling.
Catchy.
And most,
Mhm.
yeah, and most of all, we love like watching others get motivated to try something new after experiencing our work. When someone says, I didn't know I could do this, but now I want to learn, that's the kind of impact we want to keep creating. And no, we don't focus on whether a client is local or global. What matters to us is whether they understand what spatial is really about, and whether they're open to exploring its full potential. And then
Mhm.
that moment is there, then the result always like stronger.
Mhm.
Second question was,
Yeah, it was all about your brand and also um, mm, like being more neutral, tending to more neutral feel, or creating something cultural specific. So, but you said that you already answered.
well,
Yeah.
actually, yes. Yes, I can go forward with that, but um, cultural is, I think, very important, and what's lacking in the metaverse. So I would like to see more cultural projects here, and I think that there is a huge potential here, and people just don't see it yet.
Yeah, that's true. I also wanted to know that this beautiful small sharky, the aura that you can see on me, was made by Ira. And I wanted to ask you, Ira, to share a couple of projects that best represent your artistic or technological vision. Maybe there would be some other auras you can just show them. Oh.
Yes, this Sharky is a very special Sharky, and I think it's definitely suits you well, guys. Um, yeah, I was invited to Inloco Gallery to create something special like this Aura Sharky, and which we designed with the idea that it could be sold in Spatial store, right? The whole concept was like super excited, and we worked on this with care, keeping it like this goal in mind. And once the aura was finished, um, we found out that the monetization program, like for the store, has been paused for a while, and that made it tricky, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So there
Makes
was like
sense.
no notification, no warning. But even
Mhm.
though we couldn't release it right away, like it's still we're still really proud of the Sharky. It's ready, it's beautiful, and I hope when the store opens up again, we will be able to share it the way we originally planned. So
Yeah.
we have been creating some interesting things here. So the last thing that we released, it was this eagle. And that was created for specifically, not attaching to me, that was created specifically for this event. I hope you can see the eagle. It's right next to me. I see it. So this eagle is basically, we had so many limitations on this eagle to be fully amazing, like with huge wings. So we optimized it as much as we could. And this eagle basically needs to be free. So it's flying around you and it goes far, and then it comes back to you, and it goes back to the freedom, back to flying mode. So this is a very nice and special object here. Then
really nice eagle.
yes, and then we have the wings. You've seen the wings. We released especially for the Christmas mode. For ice skating, we released the ice skating animation, which has its own sound when you skate and its own animations when you skate. We also have this water effect, water hour aura, which is actually very nice, because I kind of feel sometimes in the metaverse, sometimes it's super hot, especially in desert, and it actually kind of makes me feel like I'm freshened up or kind of protected by water. You know, water is a powerful element, so I do feel some kind of protection with this aura. There is another very special aura that we created. Is this stuff that produces a very kind of strange sound. It's mysterious, it's magic, and yeah, it does it every 1 minute. So that is something that we're proud of. Then we have the fire animations around you. It's also kind of like a protection, and kind of goes back to what we have been creating with IRA 01 and 02, based on fire and water. So we wanted to continue with that. There is a manifester aura, which is beautiful. I don't even think that people know much about it, because just it's not usually used, but it's super beautiful. It's manipulation of the energy in your hands, and then throwing the light bulb, or some creating this light effect in the area. So it's really nice. There is also, we have water ones and matrix as well, and yeah, and everybody loves our wings. We have given away those wings as gifts, and also we have created this aura for Creative Owls. He is a leader in our space crypto community, and his NFT is actually this owl. So this is an actual 3D object from the NFT collection, and that represents Creative Owls. So I'm going to go back to my wings, and yes, we have like our avatars. I just wanted to talk about our avatars. The avatars that we do is they're all custom. So if you can see, this one is a mummy. Just take the wings out. It's a mummy kind of girl wrapped up in layers of clothes with golden details to represent this Egyptian feeling of power. I don't know, how would you say it, or yeah, ancient feeling, something very mystic. There is avatars that we created a long time ago. This was the IRA avatar. I don't know why I created. I just like to have something on my head. That's why I always like to kind of cover my head so it's not bare. And these boots actually are the real boots from my life. I have these boots. Those are from Rick Owens. Since I've been a model for so long, I've collected a ton of beautiful clothes. So this is like a fashion statement and kind of like attached to my style directly. We also have created these avatars. This is a Verity 48, and she is part of the NFT collection that it's a 150 women robots, and this one is 48. And so we are capable of releasing 150 robots, and maybe it will happen soon, but we're not focused on that yet. She was the first avatar who was like released, one of the first ones released in Spatial store. And we were so proud of her. And she also has been like in traveling all over the world in showing herself in XR, AR shows in the runways. Yeah, there is also this avatar. So all of them, those are all custom built. Those are all carefully created and super optimized to run smoothly on spatial.io.
Wow, nice.
So,
yeah, I really like the wings and animation. It makes you feel that you are really flying. And also water and thunderstorm, my favorite ones from yours. So you also mentioned your fashion experience, and does it influence your work now? Because you still work with visual and you create items that are really stylish and have your signature, and so does it influence your work now?
it definitely gave me a big awakening since I've been working in fashion since 16 years old, almost all my life, and I've seen quality. I've seen amazing projects. I have worked with so many very powerful people who have like a great vision and very focused, and I had learned from them. I have learned how to be on time because fashion is very fast. You run around, you have to be on time, you have to be responsible, super responsible to be on time. One time I was late at this event because there was like something with the train station, and I was in Manhattan running Upper East Side, and I came in and I saw that I was the only one they relayed on, and I was a little late, and I felt so bad. Like since then, I just tried to be always on time, be professional, and the quality means a lot to me, just because I I've received many times. I received amazing, beautiful clothes by like payment, sometimes a gift, and you can see the quality of that clothes. You can see the care that was put into that. And if you go to this regular store and buy something simple, of course you can see the difference, and that's what I value. I value the quality, the care, and that's what I want to replicate in my works as well.
Yeah, that's being seen. Your items are really quality and well optimized, as we can see. That's really important, because you can create content, but as we can see in other metaverse like Roblox, there are a lot of trash. So yeah, that quality is really a must. So I wanted to ask you another question about the perspectives. And by the way, let me know if you want to show the video from yours. I wanted to ask you about your perspective on the growth of immersive technologies in the modern world. What's working, what's missing, generally, and here on Spatial maybe, and where do you see the biggest opportunities?
Well, you are from Inloco galleries from MENA, right? MENA region, right? And so,
Yeah, yeah.
for example, when I think about the MENA region, I see so much depth, right? So many stories and traditions and layers of this history that haven't really made their way into immersive platforms yet. That's missing. Like what's missing, honestly, is more culturally rooted storytelling, right? A lot of metaverse spaces start to feel like the same, sleek, maybe but kind of like empty. It's only spaces. There is this huge opportunity to bring in real stories, like local energy, like and emotional moments that feel like personal. So creators from the region have something like powerful to offer. It's not just about keeping up with trends. It's about making something that feels true to where you come from. So if, like, for example, 90 Ghost, he's from Egypt, and
Mm-hmm.
that would be so powerful to bring something on its own kind, right? So people can feel it and remember what is it about. That's missing truly. Um, and for example, like the sound of this market, actually a real market, right? With the shade of this whatever and textures and handmade made objects and those things, those things that create the feelings, those things that have to be shared to the world. So yeah, immersive tech
Mm-hmm.
is such a great tool for that. You can just build environments that carry feelings, thoughts, light, sound, architecture, and symbolism. It's all possible here. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and it would be amazing, like to see real life architect bringing their visions into the metaverse like that. Zaha had it, right? She has amazing work. Imagine like walking through her spaces in 3D. It's not just it's not just rendering. It's not a picture, but a living like beautiful interactive space. Those kind of experience would be open, like would open up a whole new way to explore the culture, architecture, and emotion in here. And I think that the
Yeah.
next step is making sure like creators from like so what we have to do is we have to make sure that the creators from those regions feel supported and reminded that their voice matter here, that the metaverse isn't complete without it. So I think the next step is making sure creators from the region feel
Mm-hmm.
supported and reminded. Yeah.
Yeah, to deliver these emotional moments. So, what might inspire more creators from the regions to tell culturally rooted stories through 3D environments? So, we have the instruments like music, architecture, etc. But why it's missing? Why uh, they miss it or skip it sometimes?
Why it's missing is because of support. I think. I think it's. I think it's the. Maybe somebody has to show it to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so maybe that's about support. Right. So, and I'm not only about the MENA region generally. What cultural projects, digital or physical, have inspired you recently? You mentioned something.
Inspired. Yeah. Let me think. What inspired me? I've seen
Mm.
many good things here.
maybe some creators.
Yes, yes. I think that what my most memorable is the Mataha, I think, right? So we have this Mataha gallery. It's one of the most intriguing spaces like I've seen. It's Mataha Lost Labyrinth of Egypt. So it's based on a real labyrinth discovered during an archaeological expedition in Egypt. Like it was a real expedition, and it was recreated in Spatial and coordinated by the professional architect based on the work of archaeologist. I think his name was Louis de Cordier, and the space was simplified and like it's more modern for a digital presentation, but still carries like a deep sense of this intrigue and cultural weight. I think it's a strong example of how this collaboration between real person who are archaeologist, a real architect, and a real builder who collaborated and brought this knowledge to and storytelling into this metaverse. Yeah, another space was very interesting. It was created by the Tutera group in Spatial. Tutera, they brought a famous Egyptian opera singer for the opening into the metaverse, into Spatial. And that space was designed I think it was inspired by sacred Egyptian sites, right? So when you come in, there's a huge road that you walk, and there is this interesting, and the concept was meaningful, but I think the execution had some issues. The space was too heavy, not optimized, and many people couldn't access it, especially in Egypt, where like slower internet speed was a challenge. But even with those issues, we could still like feel the strength of the intention. Yeah, that impact stayed with us. There is also one more space that I really kind of admire. It was created by my friend Hermes. He recreated a small bar in France, and it's a real bar, and that he actually visits often. And it wasn't like elaborate, but it had like a lot of heart. It even had this toilet which was full of stickers on the walls, just like as it is. So he took a picture of the wall and he just recreated it, and it made me feel like I was there, like I could see the space through his eyes. And yeah, the only one thing was missing is the smell, I think. But even that, my mind kind of filled it in. You know, I came in and my mind filled in the space smell.
Yeah. Smell is really important. I would discuss it more precisely. So I also wanted to ask you the question about our gallery. So we've been in communication for a long time. You know what we do. So we are pioneering gallery of urban art in MENA region. And for 3 years, we've been experimenting with showing urban art in virtual space as well, to show the people worldwide, around the world, what's happening in this region as well. So how do you think, is it possible to mix street art and metaverse? And if yes, how, in your opinion?
How it's of course it's possible. The only way that you have to do it right is to have a good collaboration. If you find somebody who is going to help you to create the space, they really have to be, first of all, passionate about creating that space. Then they have to be skilled in 3D, 3D building techniques to make it all optimized and right, so it's not too heavy. And then of course you have to have some kind of community whose interests align, so they're curious and passionate about coming to your space. And creating the story is super important. uh, Also give something more progressive, like maybe AI avatars who are going to deliver the story. Give experience, and experiences are very important here in the metaverse because it's easy to make. You make a quest. You, like when you see the picture of the desert, it's beautiful, but when you enter it, the story begins. You can feel the sand, you can feel the sun on your avatar. You can maybe put some water in there so people can refresh themselves. They can put like some kind of mirage or pond in front of them so they can go and look for it and find it and refresh themselves. And you can treat them with some beautiful food. The same thing with the street art. You have to immerse people into what street art are. Like we have a beautiful creator here. His name is Altered Alley, and he basically scans all these 3D spaces and brings them into Spatial and immerses people into those spaces. The only thing that's missing is the quest. To find something to be busy in that space, right?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I've seen other Alice places, and I really like them. Yeah, I even made some posts on X about it. So, yeah, it's all about delivering emotions. I see. And with you mentioned smell, and we are still far from delivering smell to metaverse, but I guess it will happen maybe in the nearest 15 years or maybe less.
Well,
So,
smell is kind of filled in with your brain. The only thing that you have to create is the environment where the brain tricks itself and creates that smell. I definitely can trick the smell of the ocean. Like if it's fresh and the sound is right, I can almost trick the smell in my brain. So it's not as important, but still the environment has to have all those little details like sound. Even like drinking water. I've seen, I think Louise Vidal had this environment where you go and grab your bottle of water and it actually you can hear yourself gulping it, and it feels like you're refreshing yourself.
Yeah. The same with dancing. If you see like your avatar is dancing, you also feel this inside like phantom feelings or something. Yeah.
I get exhausted by dancing. I feel like I'm actually dancing.
Yeah. After some party, I feel the same. So, and okay, besides smell, what emerging technologies in immersive space excite you most right now, or something you could imagine in the future? What would be?
Okay. Well, right now at this moment, we're excited about AI agents. Everybody is trying to figure out the AI agents. I think they will start appearing like in spaces. And I think they will help environments feel more alive. But right now at this moment, they're still like in this super non-progressive stage. It's still you come to the AI agent and it's kind of boringish. We need to kind of make it more interactive and responsive. And well, I get excited about the digital twins. Once I heard my friend was building a digital twin of Manhattan, and I got super excited. So I would like to see a digital twin of Manhattan, go there and go visit all my favorite places, which I'm not even there right now. So I would like to visit those right now, even, and just hang out there in my favorite shops in my local places that I used to go for brunches, and maybe even it would be amazing to have Manhattan recreated as a twin, right? So you can go to club at night. You can go to
Yeah.
have like a bagel or pizza at during the day. Go to Macy's and explore Macy's, right? And
Yeah.
that's where also like social commerce comes. There is this potential where you can go to the shop and you can support artists, put the tip and attend some events and talk to people, talk to owners, and buy something from them at the same store, right? Even I've seen this interesting kind of like cupcakes recreated as plush toys in real life, right? And people are getting super excited about those plush cupcakes. They would go there, they would buy them, they would pack them super nicely. The person even will pretend to put some kind of whipping cream on a cupcake and put it in a beautiful bag, wrap it up for you, and you pay a lot of money for it, like $30, right? $40 for a little plush toy. And here comes
Yeah.
the experience. Why do they buy this plush toys? Because it's an experience, because it's like fun. And that's what would be nice on platforms like this as well. So you go, you experience, and you pay for it. You don't even know what you got, but you feel good about it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah. People like to spend money on experience, exactly. So yeah. So I'd like to ask you a couple of questions about your goals as a brand, as creators. So what are your current goals with IraXLab or as individual creators? Any upcoming initiatives, collaborations you could share or you'd like to share?
yes, at this moment, right now, we are actually deeply into a very special summer project with 90 Ghost. And it's something that 90 Ghost and I like are building with full focus and intention. We're like we're not sharing details just yet, but this project is pushing us creatively, technically, emotionally as well. It also feels like a new level for us, and our goal is to make it something truly groundbreaking, like an unforgettable. So beyond that, we have so many ideas lined up, and only time will tell which one will get built first. But the vision is strong. We're passionate, and we're dreamers. Whether we're working on our own dreams or helping someone else bring their dreams to life, we're here to stay. We're here to grow, evolve, and creating what feels meaningful.
So that's your personal project, yeah, or commercial?
It's hard to speak about the personal projects and commercial projects at the same time, because you know how when you build a project, you don't speak about it because it's a non-disclosure agreement. And then when it's out, not many creators would like for to be disclosed
Okay.
in certain ways. So it's hard to speak about this kind of things, and especially the projects that you are going to create, and they're not there yet, because you might overpromise, you might over deliver, you never know. And also, when you say something like this, then the pressure is coming really, really hard on you, and that's also not healthy. So it's best to just build, and when it's the right time, it comes out.
hmm Yeah, yeah, that's it. And when you make some really big project, you also become a part of it. So it's always kind of personal.
But I
Well,
definitely love when it's this feeling of kind of a 9 months period of holding that baby, and you know you know it's coming, but you're just preparing for it. It's a beautiful feeling, and it's also I can
yeah,
kind of feel it in my stomach sometimes, like these butterflies. And when that feeling exists, like that's the best feeling, because you know that you're doing something right.
yeah, sure, you're right. So, and last question I'd like to ask you is what advice would you give to artists, creators, technologists, etc., from all over the world or from particular regions who want to enter the immersive world, especially those aiming to gain global visibility without losing some cultural or personal nuances?
Uh, well, when I entered, I really wasn't sure what I was going to do here in Spatial. I knew I had an NFT collection, and I knew that I had to put it in some kind of gallery and show it to the world. But I really didn't know that I would be here at this moment, even speaking with you, even being for 3.5 years in Spatial and building amazing things. So I think like the person who comes in the first day and it's like all new. I see how people see through their eyes that there's a lot of potential, but they don't know where to start. So, but I think that they have to start with being honest with themselves, right? Focus on what feels real, like their culture. Like if you come from culture of even MENA culture from these countries, you have a culture, you have style, you have a story. So you can come here and learn the tools, be better. So you better understand this platform, right? The better you understand the platform, the more confident you can express, more confidently you can express your vision and also protect it. So once you learn how this platform works or the other platform works, then you can bring your culture, your style, your story, work with the right people, right? If you're hiring or collaborating, make sure you truly understand what you're trying to build. It has to be a clear vision. You want someone who can feel your vision and bring it to life, not just drop like a few assets into space, but really craft something meaningful, optimized, and immersive. Be clear on your goals, but also to new be open to new ideas. The space goes really fast in metaverse, and we just don't never know where we're going. But just be open to the new ideas. Get involved into the community. Show up. Join conversation. Share your progress. And the more active and connected you are, the more support you will find. And most of all, I mean, be yourself. Don't copy what's trending. Be yourself. The metaverse is full of noise, and the people who stand out are the ones who bring something original. It's not about being loud. It's about being aligned to who you are. Bring your frequency. Stay grounded, stay inspired, and keep creating from the heart. And that's it.
Yeah, being honest, I like it really. So it's the best advice to be honest with yourself, with your goals, whatever. So,
Mhm.
would you like to um, show one more video for ending?
Yes, let's go and see our achievements for 2024. And
Mm-hmm.
this is just
That's it.
spatial. Yes, this is just spatial, and we're proud of what we're doing here. We're happy to be here, and we're super happy that we have this platform. It's been supportive to us, and it's been an amazing amazing ride here. We've learned so much and we've met so many people from all over the globe. And just imagine how much you can do if you just focus on what you want to do actually and just do it.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Ira. While we are watching the video, I suggest you guys to prepare questions if you have. And when we finish, we will have a few minutes just to discuss your questions. So then, give me a second. And sorry, I'm still not really used to attaching the screens. Just a moment. Okay.
And thank you for so much for everybody who is in this room and everybody who is listening on YouTube.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, prepare your questions, put them in the chat, or you could be unmuted after and ask them. Now let's watch the video with the milestones of IraXLab Studio, and then we will have an overall talk.
IRA X LAB Studio. Year 2024 milestones. In partnership with 9D Ghost. Women in Tech Showcase. 2024 began with the Asleep Awake NFT robot on display in Times Square. Among other remarkable women in tech, celebrating their innovation, creativity, and leadership in Web3. The IRA store launched in March 2024. Introducing a curated collection of animations, accessories, and immersive experiences designed for the metaverse community. The Fashion Metaverse Conference 2024. Hosted in the iRule store and iRule02 game, showcasing cutting-edge virtual fashion and innovation. Becoming an over-reality mapper. Exploring innovative mapping solutions. Merchandise store launch, IraXLab.com. Bridging the virtual and physical worlds with metaverse-inspired clothing and accessories. Spatial store opportunities. Introduced a range of premium custom auras, including Fire Aura, Water Aura, Matrix Aura, Thunder Aura, Magic Spell Aura with sound effects, Advanced Flying Wings Aura, featuring dynamic animations. Darity 48 robot expands globally. Darity 48 debuted in the Spatial store and made its mark worldwide. Walked the runway in Belgium for VR and AR users. Installed at Clyde Warren Park in Dallas. Featured in the Bit Basel Miami and graced the runway at the Sagamore Hotel in Miami. These milestones were achieved in collaboration with Metagate, Milano, Wonderland Creatives Group, and the Over Reality app. Collaborations. Participated in the Web3 Leaders Summit hosted by Creative Owls. Collaborated with Matahat Gallery Builders on Spatial to drive creative initiatives. Designed a custom photo booth wall featuring unique poses and bespoke animations. Proudly joined the Bit Beast community, celebrating innovation and creativity within a dynamic collective. Created the Berkeley Forest and Library. Designed for the BSD community, this immersive space is now proudly featured among the community picks on Spatial. Community engagement. Hosted and joined events throughout the year to spark creativity and build connections. Holiday innovations. Brought festive cheer with ice skating aura attachments, featured in Spatial community spaces during the holidays. 2025 Vision Board. Created a visionary dream board for 2025, set in the spatial clouds, in collaboration with New Daring World, reflecting future aspirations. Recognition and celebration. culminated the year with the Web3 Artists Platinum Award, recognizing excellence in 3D modeling and sculpture, selected and voted on by the community. IRA X LAB, creating stylish digital worlds.
Oh, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you. So we have a question. So metaverse gives us so many possibilities to create whatever you want, like everything you can imagine, but people often just recreate reality. Why? What do you think about it? I think it's also about digital twins.
Well, recreating reality is actually great because, well, first of all, it feels safe, right? People recreate what they know. If they don't know, it's kind of hard to create something what you don't know. Or you have to be deeply involved into creative aspect that your imagination allows you, and something is allowing you to create something new, not just reality, because it takes a huge courage to do something new, correct? So those people who do create something not uh, not recreating what has been done are true pioneers, and that I applaud for that. So it's just not much of that, because you have to have experience, you have to have some kind of vision, you have to have a support, you have to have funding for it, for time for it, you know. So what's easy, that's what people create. It's reality. They see it, they recreate it. It's easy, you know. But being out there doing something else is courage. It's imaginary. You have to be a scientist almost, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's also good for making kind of archive when you uh, for example, capture the place that will not be tomorrow, that will not exist tomorrow. You just make this for like for showing the others who couldn't be in a place, like useless palace intervention, for example. It doesn't exist now, but you still can exit this hall and walk around and see how it was in real life. Yeah.
Well, I
Okay.
applaud the two approaches. I applaud the recreating reality, because it does, as I said, like if you go to Metahatton, that's the project that I knew about. I'm waiting for the access to that Metahatton, because it was building. I would love to go to Metahatton. I loved to go to Macy's. Macy's store opened up, like the new New York store opened up their reality, and I answered that. It was not easy to answer. It was not on Spatial. It was kind of challenging, but it was an amazing experience. It just looked just like New York. It created this feeling in me, just because I'm connected to that space. It gives feelings, emotions. So I definitely love to go to the second floor and check it out and get some clothes. Actually, I got like a scarf there in Macy's, and it was a special moment I will never forget. So those realities are great, but when I enter something out of this world and Spatial, for example, which we have so many of those spaces, yes, I applaud to those creators, because it's just it inspires me to go out of the box. It inspires me to go and create something myself, to do something extra. And those creators are needed, so much needed here in the metaverse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. That's it. And I just recalled one more example of digital twins. I have a friend who works for some company that creates the cities and towns of Russia in Minecraft. So, and that's also good because if we can't, so we can't see some of them in a few years because it will be changed, etc. It's kind of another version of our world. So why not?
Well, I have seen
So,
so many projects like to creating
mhm,
real world right now, and
yeah,
I've seen them building, and I've seen they are doing this stores as well. So the real stores, real life stores, go and
mhm,
enter and build their stores. So you can go and try your glasses in AR. You can open your camera. I don't know, try the glasses, buy the glasses there. It's great what they're doing. It's good.
yeah, yeah, that's it. I agree. And if you could try them in front of the mirror as well, like AR versions,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, spot on. So, does anybody else have questions? Uh, you can also unmute yourself and speak it out if you want. Again, hit a metaverse. That's it. So, then we are going to finish it soon. So, thank you very much, Ira. That was so inspiring and really interesting conversation with you, as always. Yeah, and I'm still wearing Sharky. If you want to get it, you can like just let me know, and I'll contact you in X or LinkedIn or something. So here you can see on the right, you can see other portals to the website X and portfolio of IraXLab. And also feel free to contact each other here. Let's be friends. Let's stay tuned. We are going to have Inloco talks every month this year. We already have the speaker for next month as well, but yeah, I'll tell you. So you can contact us on Twitter and just check announcements. So yeah, it's kind of tradition. And yeah, if you can, we also could upload some 3D model here. As you can see, we have kind of collection on the left with the objects that other speakers uploaded. If you want, just leave something as a souvenir or something, and we will keep it somewhere in our space. So
Super.
yeah, that would be really nice to save it. And I suggest you to keep this tradition, make some kind of group photo. And yeah, let's just come here for group photo. And
So many cool people here. Thank you.
yeah, don't be shy. Come here. Let's do photo. Yeah, let's wait for the arrows. Then hurry up.
Game show.
Yeah, so many people today. Nice.
There's Kai, Thorium. Good to see you. 7+. Always cool.
Yeah.
Christopher, love you. Thank you. Lofi, I love you, Lofi, baby.
Mm. Yeah, a few more shorts.
Moonlight.
Yeah, nice. I hope everybody made some snaps, some photos. So yeah, and feel free to upload them